So I was asked to go speak at a national conference in Florida, in Orlando, and we literally again had
at the Sea. It was at the SeaWorld Hotel.
they were, at first I was like, national conference, I don't know about that. Like COVID, I'm good. But then when they said it's in SeaWorld, I was like, oh, well, if I can bring my family with me, then sure. So Blake and Roman came with me to Florida for my conference. Literally had no plans of what we were going to do. We were just like, we'll be at the hotel at SeaWorld. We'll be in Orlando. Surely we'll find something to do. Something will come through. And sure enough, after my conference, we got tickets. The hotel had tickets. The hotel had.
Well, they had business for people who were. There was other conferences going on there as well,
Yeah.
and essentially for people who were at conferences on business, they had discounted tickets to attractions around, including Disney, and I think it was other stuff too. But Disney was like the big.
We planned to
big
go
ticket.
to SeaWorld because SeaWorld is like $60 to go regardless. So we were like, okay, we can do $60 a person. Kids are free, so you gotta take advantage of the kids. But Disney is like $140, $150 a person. We were like, we're not doing Disney. But then when the hotel had Disney tickets for $79, we were like, holy crap, we're going to Disney World. And we were literally like two big kids in the hotel lobby purchasing our very corporate discounted Disney tickets, and had no idea when we came on this trip that we would be taking Roman to his first trip to Disney World. It was so fun. So fun.
Shout out to the hotel. Honestly, this is me and Bree. Since the last time we went to Disney, we honestly got on some discounted tickets. You gotta just know some people, or just know where to move.
We went to Disney for the first time together for our anniversary. With our 2-year anniversary. Again, going off season. So our anniversary is at the end of September. Kids are back in school.
This
so
was
like the lines
October.
Were no more than 30, 45
the
minutes.
The lines were cool that day. The lines, I guess it's because it was later in the day for this one. They were still, they were 40, 50 when we walked in.
Fall break. So this time, it's still off season. Lines are still shorter than the summertime. Like I would never go to Disney in the summertime. But it was fall
during
break.
Peak day during the summer.
Well, one, it was fall break, and two, it's their 50th anniversary, so a lot of people are coming for that. As well.
That's what it was.
But it's still like the lines. We didn't wait more.
Leaving was like I said, let me know how much people was still at that park because that was crazy.
So they do a good job. That actually, this lady said this in line behind me. It was so funny. They actually did a good job of like making sure everyone is separated. You're required to wear masks.
Only on the trolley.
Throughout the park, and
No, it's only on the trolley.
No, it's throughout the park and like indoor, like all indoor places in the park. In the park. But this lady, when we were coming out of the park, the way, like, because that was, first of all, it was our first time staying until closing because I had to do my conference during the day. And then we went at like 5
And they told us
o'clock.
the fireworks show was at night. That's
we've never done the fireworks show. We never stayed till closing. So we we basically stayed until the gates closed, and they literally push you out like sardines. Like, it's crazy how safe they want it to be in the park, but once you get outside the park, it's like, we don't care what happens to you out here, just get out, basically, is what that lady was saying. I was just like, ugh, true. That was probably the most unsafe I felt down at Disney.
It was a lot of people, and we left earlier, so it was like I can't even imagine it was like those people who were still on the rides and line.
If you're still in line when the park closes, they technically can't push you out. And like 2 of the rides were still over an hour-long wait, so there was still a lot of people.
This dang mine train, which we just never gonna ride it, man.
God. But Roman had a blast. There were plenty of kiddie rides for him to get on.
It's Disney, baby. Actually, it's crazy how many rides are eligible for kids his size. Like, it was a lot.
I was surprised.
Like faster rides.
I guess because you don't think about this stuff when you're not a parent. I didn't realize. I never noticed like the stroller parking. Like I've never noticed it around every corner. There's like a lot that you can park your strollers, and like no one steals.
Maybe because I have faint memories of Trey like in the stroller. Like my mom said, we went when Trey was a kid, like a baby, and he literally cried the whole time. So. I think the only ride he liked was Small World.
I never noticed the stroller parking.
Yeah,
so we would literally like
you
you
gotta
park
put
your
them somewhere.
stroller and there's like 3 rides around it. You get on the rides all freely, then you go get your stroller and then you go on to the next ride. It was very convenient.
They
it
have
can be convenient for parents.
modernized the kids or the parent swap.
That was another
essentially what I was telling Bree. I'm like, my parents used to do this back in the day, where they put me and my brother to the side, and one would watch us while they both get on, or while one gets on the ride, or sometimes an attendant would watch. But I guess to avoid being, attendants having that responsibility, they modernize the parent swap. They give you tickets, and you swap with your spouse and or baby mother / baby daddy. And
we didn't do that at Disney. We went to SeaWorld the next day. But it's like a fast pass, basically.
It's more along the lines of, hey, you waited in line. There's no reason for your wife
spouse to wait
or your spouse or
so Blake, when we went to SeaWorld,
has to wait in line.
We didn't realize there was a bunch of roller coasters at SeaWorld. So Blake would go wait in line at SeaWorld on the roller coasters. He would bring me back like a little fast pass ticket, and I would just go to the front of the line and get right on the ride. And so that was good. Nice. Again, something else you didn't know as your parent.
Nope.
Convenience that they have for you. But Roman had a blast. Speaking of SeaWorld, only really thing cool for SeaWorld for him was Sesame Street Land. Where he got to meet Elmo and get on a few Sesame Street rides.
We tried to go meet Mickey, but that was probably closed down due to COVID.
You couldn't do the meet and greet with the Disney character, but they still had like the parades and stuff where you could get a glimpse of them. But
they had Elmo at Sesame Street Land, like Bree said.
A barrier.
But he was blocked off due to COVID. So
they could do the same thing with Mickey. I'm like, why couldn't they do this at Disney? They had like a barrier to where Elmo was like standing behind the barrier, and you come up in front of it and take a picture with him from like a distance.
Yeah.
But you have to keep kids from trying to jump the barrier.
And they were trying. They wanted to get to Elmo, which, Elmo's really cool, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't that much going on for Rosita when we came back.
Because we didn't feel like we got like a really good picture of Roman with Elmo, so when we tried coming back, Elmo was gone. It was
they cycled out all of the friends.
We actually got lucky, like right when we walked up that he was there.
Kind of, that's what I'm saying. Because I don't know what, I guess the time because we weren't even in Sesame Street Land for maybe, we were in there probably an hour, and Rosita was there. So I don't know I guess they're probably on an hour, every hour type thing, or maybe every 30 minutes, but I don't also know how many friends there were. I just knew Rosita wasn't getting much love, and I told Bree, like, if Abby Cadabby was there, it would have been lit. All the kids would have been lined up, because they was lined up for Elmo. Or Cookie Monster. I would have lined up for Cookie Monster. That's one of my favorite Sesame Street monsters. He's crazy. Or the Count. Everyone knows I love the Count. That's my guy. What?
I hate that song.
Just that one song?
The Count song.
I just like that. The Count's this cool dude. Come on, Bree. What's your
I don't have
one. What you in the lined up for nobody?
My favorite song is the Fairy Duck song, so that means I'm an Abby fan.
I guess so. You do like that song. So you like Abby Cadabry.
Her and Elmo. I like the Fairy Duck song and it's actually a similar song. Emma had 4 ducks.
Lord. You just like some ducks.
Those songs are lit. Anyways.
It wasn't, just to make a comment though, Sesame Street Land was cool, but like just to give Disney its props, like there wasn't many rides that Roman could ride there though. Like it was kind of crazy that most of the rides there were for, I guess, like 3 to 4 year olds versus Disney where they had like almost every ride Roman could ride. Almost every one. So it's like
Magic Kingdom, by the way. That's the part we only went to Magic Kingdom.
Next time we'll take them to Animal Kingdom. That's what Bree wanted to take them this time. But it was like, we gotta do magic. It's got the big old 50 on it. I don't know if
it's because when we went to Disney again those years ago, it was on a discount too. We got and our discount was on a hopper pass. So we could hop from park to park, and we tried to do as many as we could in a day. And
we did all of them.
Animal Kingdom was the only one. We got there at like
late,
30 minutes before close. So we literally just ran in.
Oh no, we saw it dark. And
Yeah.
it was lit.
There
And
was
they had
no
this like
light.
cool jungle theme going on, and these
They were
projectors.
They don't have a fireworks show. They have like a laser show.
Yeah,
that
projectors
they do
and
at the
lasers, yeah.
end. And
On the
so
big
They were
tree.
showing that, and we were trying to.
They were
get as
watching a
much-
movie too, right?
No, it was like a laser show, but it was like a show. So it was like the animals, like a.
There was characters from movies.
Yeah,
That's
just
what
like
it was.
the
I'm like, there was
fireworks.
Mulan, or not Mulan,
Just like the fireworks.
Pocahontas
The
and
fireworks
stuff going
had
on.
characters
Like,
in the castle and stuff.
yeah, you're right.
It was
It
just
was
like
cool.
that. So we tried to
On a
like
big old
get
tree.
a glimpse before we could, but we didn't really get to experience Animal Kingdom. So we always said when we go back, we'll do Animal Kingdom. But we were like,
And Animal Kingdom is,
we gotta do Magic Kingdom.
I don't remember it either in my child memories. But apparently been before. Have you been before? I don't know. Everyone remembers Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Everyone remembers Epcot because of the big dome thing. You know what I mean? Animal Kingdom. Yeah. What's the other one? Oh, Hollywood's.
Hollywood Studios.
That is
is
actually
lit.
really fun. I was like,
Studios is lit.
that is actually a really fun part.
I feel like that probably doesn't have a lot of kid rides. Does it?
No, it's for adults.
No, it has the Toy Story Land.
Which one has the Avatar thing they kept talking about? Was that in Animal Kingdom?
Or that Epcot.
I don't know. I think either way, I think it was like an hour and a half when we went, and we were like, we're not waiting an hour and a half for a ride that just opened.
Hey, is that all we want to talk about at Disney?
Disney, SeaWorld, we saw Orca Show. SeaWorld, I saw my first Orca Show. I've never been to SeaWorld before. Rode all them rides. We saw sharks. We saw
SeaWorld
dolphins.
was underwhelming to me when it came to the animals. Like,
But they had cool animals there.
I
We
feel
saw
like-
walruses. I've
I
never
feel
seen
like
a
I
walrus
get more
before.
out of the Georgia Aquarium than I did SeaWorld. And this is supposed to be like SeaWorld.
We got footage of the orcas though doing their orca thing. We're gonna throw it on top of Breeze down in SeaWorld right now. We're gonna see orcas doing their thing.
Whatever.
They was doing their thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was a good thing. Shout out to Bree's conference speech, and I was there. She actually did very well.
Shout out to the corporate discount.
Killed the audience, not literally, but it was great. It was really good on her part. So we got to have fun and work. It was great.